Hi, welcome back to Srihari Degree and PG College Education YouTube channel. Today, in this session, I will introduce the most important subject, or what may you call it as a financial specialization paper, that is financial markets. This subject is there for the BBA students in their 5th semester. Particularly, the students who wants to be in finance side or who wants to move in the finance area, for them it is very important subject. It gives you some basic idea about various financial aspects which are in relation to the financial markets. Basically, in every subject there are 5 units as per the BBA concern. All these 5 units are perfectly set to give a broad knowledge in the area of financial markets. First, before explaining these units, I'll tell you what is this finance and what is a market. What is a finance? Probably it is one of the fundamental questions that every student gets in their mind while reading the term. Commonly it is used as finance means money. But it doesn't mean only money. It is more than that. Being a technical expert or being a finance student, he has to describe the term like this. Finance is the art of raising and spending money. See, money means what? It doesn't give any clear meaning. It includes 2 important activities. One is raising money and number 2 is spending the money, whatever you have raised earlier. Because money or the fund is also a scarce resource. For every business, you know well, there are 4 important factors of production that plays a vital role in each and every step of its growth and development, like land, labor, capital, organization. Here we are discussing about the 3rd factor of production, that is capital. And market. What is a market? If you ask any student to give the meaning of a market, they simply say that market is a place where 2 parties, namely buyer and seller, will meet together to exchange some goods and services. But here, in our financial perspective, market is a broad term, it's a big term. Market, it not only covers a place or the parties like buyers or sellers. Market is a big system. In financial consideration, market includes so many aspects like institutions, regulatory bodies, then parties, financial assets, then about all this, and particularly the place. So if you combine all these together, then you will get the meaning of a market. Here, market means it is a place where buyer and seller meet together to exchange the financial securities for monies or money's worth. In the syllabus, there are 5 units. As I told you earlier, the first unit is about introduction to financial markets. This particular chapter gives you some basics about these financial markets. Like, what is the meaning of an investment? Every finance student used to listen this word frequently, that is the investment. Then what is this investment? See here, investment means like it's a kind of commitment. It's a commitment from where you will get from the side of the person who intends to like spend or the use of their money in the purchase of the financial securities. See why we are speaking about this commitment. Here commitment is simply like at present moment the investor will come forward to invest his money in the purchase of some financial security or the financial asset. with a big hope of expecting an adequate rate of return in the coming future. So here it's a big concept. First, in this unit, it begins with the concept called investment. What is an investment? And the objectives of an investment. Later, the topic moves into another thing is the investment process. How this investment process begins and ends. The next is markets. The title of the subject itself, financial markets. In broad, there are two types of financial markets are there. The first is capital market and second is money market. They are clearly explained or detailedly you can learn from this unit. Capital market and money market, again I am telling you, see, basically business needs two types of funds, long-term funds and short-term funds. In simple words, capital market gives you the long-term funds to the business, and whereas money market offers you the short-term funds. Then next is IPO. IPO stands for initial public offer. This particular topic is related to the company's affair. Usually, every company offers various kinds of financial securities to the public. Whenever a company, the first time, when they issue the securities or offered some securities to the public, they are traded in the primary market. It means IPO is an activity. It is performed by every company at the time of offering the securities for the first time. In coming classes, you are going to understand this concept in detail. The next is DMAT process. DMAT, again, the full form of DMAT is dematerialization. What is this dematerialization? As the name is indicating, DMAT means here no materials are used. What are those materials here? That is the use of the papers. Previously, for each and every transaction, whatever took place in the financial markets are completely done on a paper. Now, this paperwork is completely avoided. Now, everything is carried out through the electronic mode. So, this DMAT process is again a wider concept, a big concept that gives you clear idea related to the, after investing the money by the investor, he'll get some kind of certificate. Like for example, if you buy a share, the investor will get the share certificate. If he invests his money in purchasing of a debenture, again he'll get the debenture certificate, or it may be in bond. See, all these topics are covered in the unit 1. In simple, this chapter gives you some basic idea about the financial markets. The second chapter, it deals with the secondary market. Secondary market means, in simple words, like you know well about the stock exchanges, no? This chapter is about the stock markets. In financial markets, there are two classifications you can find. First type of classification is primary markets and second is secondary markets. In capital market, again, see, like this, you can understand the concept like this. The financial markets are divided into two types, capital markets and money market. And again in capital market, you can find two more markets or two sub-markets, namely primary and secondary market. Here, secondary market, the operations of the secondary market are much bigger than the primary market operations. Stock exchanges. Stock exchanges, they play a very vital role in any country's economy, like in our country too. See, it's very important to understand how the stock exchanges will operate, and moreover, what kind of functions they perform, and different parties who are engaged in the stock exchanges, and the trading process. whatever happened in the stock exchanges. So you need to get clarification on all these with respect to the stock exchanges. Then derivatives. Frankly speaking, derivatives market are completely new to our economy. Derivatives are not like similar to the stock exchange operations. These two are completely two different aspects, like the stock market operations and as well as the derivative operations. In the coming days, you are going to understand clearly how they are different and what kind of activities are involved in these two markets. And again, in derivatives, you can find two types of markets. One is financial derivatives, two commodity derivatives. See, it's very interesting, no? Even commodities are also traded. So, coming to the third chapter, debt funds. According to our financial area, the funds are divided into two types in a broad way. One is owned funds, another is debt funds. Debt funds are also known as the borrowed funds. This particular chapter, it mainly concentrates on the debt funds, like what is a debt fund, the features of debt funds, and the categories of debt funds. In particular, in this chapter, these three aspects are covered. One is mutual funds. See, it's a mutual fund. I think all of us are aware about the term mutual fund. We know simply, to some extent, usually we think it as a financial activity, it involves a financial activity, we'll deposit our money like what we are depositing our money in banks, and after such a period of time, we'll get some returns like that. Same concept. Whatever you are expecting and whatever you are believing is completely correct. The next, and again in mutual funds, you are going to study the meaning of mutual funds, features of mutual funds, types, and advantages, disadvantages. The next, maturity plans or fixed maturity plans. These are very similar to the fixed deposits concept. Like in a bank, usually you can maintain different types of accounts, like current account, savings account, recurrence deposit account, fixed deposit account. No, these maturity plans are also very similar to your bank accounts. Liquid funds. Here you should understand the concept of liquidity. What is liquidity? Liquidity deals with the easy convertibility or easy realization, because every financial security or the financial asset is not in a liquid form, doesn't hold the feature of liquidity. You can't convert all the financial assets into cash as you want or else as you require. I mean, according to your requirements. So you need to wait for a certain period of time. But here we are talking about that particular time period. See, if your asset holds this property, that is easy convertibility or quick convertibility of asset into cash. After purchasing a financial security, right, you need to generally, you expect what? It should have this feature, that is a liquidity feature. So liquid funds, especially these funds, are designed with such a motto in order to help the investor to realize or to convert his financial assets, whatever he procured, into cash in a limited span of time or the short span of time. In detail, we are going to study in this unit about the liquid funds, what kind of funds we have and their features and as well as merits and demerits. Our next chapter is regulation of markets. Remember, the financial markets are totally regulated. They are completely monitored by various institutions like SEBI, stands for Securities and Exchange Board of India, RBI, you know well about RBI, Reserve Bank of India, then AMFI, Association of Mutual Funds of India. Like this, we have different institutions, different regulating bodies which regulates the activities of these financial markets. Here, every activity is closely monitored by various regulatory bodies. In this in this chapter, you will understand basically these two important aspects. One, market analysis. Being an investor, it is not so easy to find a right investment proposal. See, for example, it's not like very easy to invest your money in one particular plan. For that, the investor has to do so many things. He needs to do some analysis on the economy, then industry, then company. Like this, he needs to segregate his analysis under these three heads. Trading process. After taking a decision towards investing the money in one particular financial security or an asset, immediately the trading process begins. It is initiated by the investor. See, trading process, remember, trading process has a particular procedure. It is not like a general activity, whatever we do in a general markets. See, trading process comes under the guidelines issued by the various regulatory authorities concerning to the markets. Like, if you are operating in a capital market means you are under the control of the SEBI. Or else, if you are operating your transactions or if you intend to invest your money in money market means all the activities are again under the control or monitored by the RBI. Then finally, the last chapter. These 4 chapters gives you the theoretical base, the theoretical foundation. But the last chapter gives you the practical understanding about these financial markets. In this particular chapter, you are going to have case study analysis. You are going to receive some cases which are related to the primary and secondary markets. You are asked to analyze and to understand the mechanics of the financial markets. Apart from the case studies, the students are also given an opportunity to play various financial games. Like we have stock market games, then fundamental analysis games, then economic analysis games. Like this, we have different financial games. These are completely intended to give the practical knowledge or the reality of the stock market or the financial markets mechanics. So these are all the 5 chapters which are covered in the financial market subject. And remember, this paper comes under the financial specialization. Hope this particular paper gives you more knowledge with concern to the financial markets, meaning, their operations, and mechanics. So hope will begin with the first chapter in our coming video class, that is the investment. Thank you very much.